What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James, talking to you today about something fairly surreal, which is Power Ledger's incredible run today. But not just that, the enormous trading volume, like 1.7 billion. Power Ledger's never even been close to that before. Absolutely staggering. So I'm going to get into that in a second, because this is a really weird one. Before I do, as always, I update the spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel that I thought would crush it in this cycle. If you invested $100 into each one when I released the videos and you're still holding all that crypto, you'd be in profit for over $70,000. As you can see, Power Ledger is one of the ones I looked at back like a year ago. I've always been bullish on that. I'm going to get into that. But that's not reflecting my portfolio anymore. If you want to see what I'm holding, you can check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share my portfolio. Over 2021, we had some crazy good wins. Biggest holdings were absolutely ran like wild. We had airdrops of several hundred, several $1,000s. We've had, quick flips that have done 4x's, 8x's, 7x's, 18x's. If you want to be a part of these and match those gains in 2022, then come check it out, because the link is in the description. Right, Power Ledger. So look, it was a crypto that first appeared in the previous bull cycle in 2017-18. And if you look, biggest sort of trading volume day was probably around here, yeah, to be fair, when it ran up in November, right? And it did have a massive trading spike up to like 2 billion, right? Which is very odd. And then again, the last, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, trading volumes have been standard. 20 million, 11 million, 10 million, 15 million. And today, 1.7 billion. And the weird thing is there's no news. There's no actual news about this. There's nothing new. No one's going, oh, this is amazing, there's a hard fork happening. Oh my god, this is amazing. There's staking being incorporated. There's nothing today to signal why this is happening beyond one whale move. Literally one. Happened around like 10 to 9 this morning. Someone moved 9 million power, which is about $6.2 million worth, off of Bittrex to an unknown wallet. So they moved it off an exchange. We know outflow is a sign, particularly when there's whales doing outflows. We know that's a sign, or certainly a bullish signal, right? But one single sort of thing does not usually spurn on this level of move. And the reality is, Power was actually moving well before that. Power Ledger started moving around midnight. We had like, over the course of from midnight up, it went up about 10%. 2 hours later, it went up another 10%. And then it's just absolutely ran wild. It looks like it's coming down. Well, it was starting to come down a bit. Now the last half-hour candle, it seems to be recouping what happened, but it's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. And realistically, there's a couple things to think about. Firstly, is it down to just a couple whale moves and people getting bullish? Or is it down to, because again, look, volume, 4 million, 4 million, 4 million, 4 million, midnight, jumped up, doubled in volume, trebled in volume, quadrupled. By the time we reached 2:45 in the morning, the trading volume had gone up 25 times, 26 times at this point. More than that, right? By 9 a.m., the trading volume was up over 100 times. That's staggering. Something has pushed this, but there's no news as to why. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. Now, I did a price prediction thing for Power Ledger a little bit of a while ago, and I said $2 is sort of where I think it will hit this year. I don't actually change my perspective on that. This run is staggering, but go through their Twitter, go through their Medium articles, go through the Reddit pages. There's nothing signaling why. Nothing. It's bizarre. And what I will say is Power is one that I for a long term, this is one that you should be bullish on. You absolutely should be bullish on, without question. No, Medium articles, nothing new. Nothing new. Update on development and the Power Ledger chain and staking contracts, it's not new enough. It's nothing dramatic enough beyond, integration of staking on smart contracts. But that's in mid-January. The contract will be going under an audit. So there's nothing right now that's going. Ooh. But maybe, don't know, people. Maybe I mean, certainly richer people are starting to invest in it. Like that's the only way that runs that much. That's not retail moving that. That's whales. Retail hasn't all of a sudden gone from 4 million to 1.7 billion. That's whales. That's whales doing stuff. So maybe it's little news stories like, we're starting to see again some levels of lost power from storms. There's been in the wildfires, a couple of wildfires as well, where lost power has occurred. It's feasible that some whales are looking at that going, oh, well, now with that happening, we need to look at renewable energy as an investment. I think it's bloody unlikely. What's actually happening right now in terms of Power Ledger news? I mean, one of the women that works for Power Ledger has actually won a payout, 400 grand payout over articles that blasted her for a sort of Elon Musk guerrilla type campaign. But that's part and parcel of crypto. That's what you see. There's a lot of these. I don't knock that. If you're trying to bring a project to people's attention, you market it however you need to market it. I've got no problem with that. Just you got to be aware of it. But yeah, it's very odd. So Power Ledger, anyway, regardless of what's happening and why, certainly, obviously, the fact that all that money's left in exchange is not a small thing. But this is smartenergy.com, and they're looking at the blockchain, obviously, for energy. Excuse me. So, obviously, they talk about Energy Web. Now, in terms of Power Ledger, where's the statement? So, Power Ledger has reported working on 2 staking options. The primary one that will be available this month, excuse me, based on the Ethereum contract, and a secondary, more decentralized solution that opens the chain as a public chain. Obviously, having their own public chain, that's pretty cool. It's good news. There's a lot that can be then done from it, but odd one. Now, my perspective hasn't changed on Power Ledger. I still think a $2 run is about the max it will do, unless there's huge adoption. Obviously, there's been fairly significant adoption for Power Ledger within Australia. There's been fairly significant recognition of Power Ledger as a innovative solution for energy, which we need one, because energy is a joke at the moment. Like, it's gone up about 100%, 80% in the UK. Everyone's household electric bills and gas bills have gone up 80%. As I said, they've been recognised as Extreme Tech Challenge winner for Sir Richard Branson, World-Changing Ideas finalist, winner of FinTech Entrepreneur of the Year for German Green. And they are starting to have more of an impact. Like I said, they've been well adopted in Australia. We're seeing some level of it in America. Seeing some level of it in Europe and Africa, but they've got to have a wider impact as it gets more heavily adopted. This could do better than $2. Genuinely could. I just don't think it's going to be adopted enough for it to run that well. That's what it boils down to for me. 5 years down the line, could be massive. Could be multi-billion dollar market cap, without a shadow of a doubt. Because the world's perspective on energy is going to change. It has to, for governments to meet their carbon efficiency targets and everything else. You know, that climate change agenda is high on the list of things that are apparently important to governments. So how they start managing that means countries are going to start having to adopt more of an innovative approach to energy. Power Ledger is a solution. Power Ledger is one, in the same way Energy Web Token, both very, very strong projects, both have exceptional long-term potential, both ones I'm bullish on, but I do think there's a cap on the success of them right now, because I don't think the adoptions levels are there for them to run necessarily yet. But it's very odd. Very odd. 71% up in a day. Trading volume up 301 times. That is enormous. I mean, it's, to be honest, it screams manipulation. But that's a lot. That is a bloody lot. I mean, that's moving. That's big money moving that. Big money moving that. Yeah, very, very surprised. Very, very surprised to see that. Yeah. But my perspective still hasn't changed on Power Ledger. 3x from where it is. You know, it might hit $1 billion market cap. I don't think it's going to do much beyond that. But, like I said, in 5 years, next sort of full bull cycle, after the next Bitcoin halving and everything else, this could be a real game changer. This is one that as a long-term investment, it's solid. Even at this entry point, it's a solid long-term investment, because renewable energy and an energy peer-to-peer marketplace is a real option for people, a real option for businesses. There's huge potential here. But yeah, that level of growth in a day, and the volume is mad, absolutely mad. Yeah, that's it. I've not actually got much else to say. Look, Power Ledger, like I said, is awesome. It is. There's huge potential. That and Energy Web, both of them, massive potential. Massive. But there's a while to go for me for these. The only real like, if you're going to invest in these, you've got to have a long-term perspective, because this is weird. Something's weird is happening here. But long-term, they're going to be great investments, because renewable energy or peer-to-peer is going to be massive. That's just that simple. You're investing in the future of energy if you're getting in on these. So even at this entry price. But I still think they'll retrace like mad during the bear cycle. And there's a better opportunity to get in then. It's very, very unusual, guys. What do you guys make of this? Tell me in the comments. What do you think of Power Ledger or Energy Web Token, for that matter? What do you think's just push them? Well, push this mad. Is it manipulation? Is it tons of retail investment? Is it tons of whale investment? What do you think? Let me know. Anyway, that's it. Hope you're all keeping well. Very, 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 very weird. And come check out Copy My Crypto. 2021 was a friggin' awesome year. And 2022 is going to be better. You want to be a part of it? You want to get the crazy airdrops that we've had, or the crazy returns on investment for some of for not only quick flips but long-term investments, then come check it out. Links in the description. You'll have a great time. Anyway, take it easy. Bye-bye.